Let's look at how to use presets in the Lightroom Develop module. And I just want to say how much I really enjoy using presets. I think this is a really great feature of Lightroom. I'm going to go over here to the left panel and I'm going to open up the presets. And you can see right away that Lightroom ships with several presets right out of the box. And I can open and collapse that. And the other thing that's really cool here is you can hold your cursor over the name of the preset and you can see a preview appears up here in the navigator window. So I'm going to just move my cursor down the list of presets that ship with Lightroom and you can see how each one of those is reflected up there in the navigator window. All right, so these are presets that come ship with Lightroom. Of course, you can make your own, and those would go here in the User Presets folder. Once you've found a preset that you want, by observing the effect up here, you can apply it to the image in the preview window to the right just by clicking on it. And now I've applied the split tone 3 to this image. Now, the effects are stackable, and what I mean by that is that if I select another effect here, let's pick a color effect. If I select that, that's going to stack on top of the previous settings. This will work as long as there's no conflict between the settings. Obviously, if you've, for example, changed the tone in one preset and then another preset also changes the tone, they're going to be in conflict there. But let's say you've changed the tone in one and the color in the next, there's no conflict. So they then kind of stack on top of each other, as I'm showing you here. So I find that the presets are a really good way to come up with a very quick look for your image. Then once you've selected the preset and you're happy with that, you can actually come over and use the develop settings in the right to customize that preset. And once you've done that, you can create your own preset. Let me show you what I mean by that. I'm just going to come up with some wild look. I actually like that one. Let me try red high contrast. I'm going to come over here now and find something that will make it look a little bit better. Let's work with the HSL slider and just do something into our saturation. Blue is probably the right color that will affect it more. Okay, so now I have a look here that I like, and it's been altered from the preset over here. All I have to do to create my own is I'm going to scroll to the top, and you see the plus sign there. I'll click on that, and now I'm going to call this wild color. And then we're going to put this in the User Presets folder. You can't put it into the Lightroom Presets folder. That's locked. But you can put it in the Users Presets folder. You can create a new folder if you want to make a whole folder dedicated to one type of filter, say. Down here, these settings I want to bring over. I mean, I don't need to bring some things like lens corrections. But since I haven't done anything to those, I'm going to go ahead and bring them over into the preset as well. You can see if I click on auto tone here, then I don't have any choices in terms of my own settings, but I'll keep that deselected. If I wanted to, I could go very carefully and specifically through and deselect things that are just not appropriate, sharpening or noise reduction, these kind of things. And then just leave the color effects and the tonal effects that I've adjusted. So I hit create, and now under user presets, you see the wild color appears. It's really easy to share the presets that you create. You can export them. I'm going to right click here. Here I can choose to export that preset. That makes it very easy for me to send it around to my friends if I want to. I can also bring in presets, and I'll show you in a minute where you can go to get other people's developed presets. While we have this menu open, you can see here I can also rename my preset from this pop-up window. I can update it if I do some changes later to the settings. Now, if I want to see where that actually exists in my hard drive, I show in Finder, and that will open up a window that has the location of my preset, and that might come in handy if I want to share it or send it around. You can also go under the Lightroom Preferences here, under Presets, and select Show Lightroom Presets folder. And here you see where my user presets reside and also the Lightroom presets that ship with Lightroom. Just close that. Now, if you want to find what other people are doing creatively with these presets, I suggest that you go on the web maybe Google Adobe Lightroom Develop presets. I did that, and that brought up this site here. This is the Adobe site where people are sharing various presets, some very interesting ones, actually. Some people are selling them. I think some people also make them available for free. There are a lot of places on the web you can go where people have posted these presets that you can download and put into the presets folder, and then they'll appear in your Lightroom and you can use them. One last thing about the presets. If we're in the library module, the presets show up here in the quick develop pane, and they're not split up the same way. In other words, wild colors might. And one last way, because you can always do things so many different ways in Lightroom. If you right-click on the image itself, you can see under Develop Settings, all the presets show up there, so you can apply it that way. So presets are cool. They're also available on import. If you want to create a special preset that will apply to all the images on import, they will be available there. And as I've mentioned, library module and in the Develop module. Only in the Develop module will you be able to get this rollover preview that I find very special and useful. Then I don't have to apply the effect until I get an idea of what it looks like here. So that's it for the Lightroom presets, and I think you're going to have a lot of fun. Come with Lightroom and also making your own.